hello. I don't really know. I don't know if anybody's going to show up, but this is a test. I'm going to stay up here at least, let's see, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. If people show up, I'll be like, what the what? So I guess while I'm waiting on people to get in here, we'll just get a feel for all of these signs, okay? The energy off my cards is crazy. Let's see. That's a little bit better. I could use some lip gloss. Still looks kind of dull. Lighting. It is kind of late in the early evening, but I don't think anybody's gonna come on here. It should tell me like exactly when people join, right? Anyway, all signs. Let's start with, what season I went? Scorpio. Oh shit. Scorpio, 10 of Laurels. Okay, so you're thinking about settling down, your long-term financial stability. What card flipped over? I feel like there was a card that flipped over when I first started shuffling. Scorpio. So really, you know, what I'm seeing is part of this is giving relationship, like wondering where this is going to come from. I'm not going to delve too much into it. Hello, welcome. It doesn't show me who's on here. Comment. This is my first time going live, okay? So yeah, if you're on here, like comment or something like that, so I know that you are here, okay? But yeah, this is definitely my first time going live. Hello, welcome. We got a couple of people now. Okay, this is interesting. Thanks for subscribing. Hello, Zay. Hello, Gregory, welcome. Okay, like I said, this is my first time going live. Please subscribe. Like I typically do tarot on my channel. We got a third person in here. Hello. Okay. Didn't really have any plan in mind because I am nervous, you can tell. So what's tarot? The cards that I have here in my hand, you can ask a question and I can potentially give you an answer. It may not always be the answer that you want, but yes. So we only have a couple people in here. If you want to ask a question, go ahead and do so. Yeah. Yes, it can be about you. It can be about another person. How grow PP. I don't understand, Brian. You'll have to elaborate on that, but will I get taller? Zay, how old are you? Let's see. Well, that is rude. Do I look like one? Because I'm definitely not one. All right. What would you like to tell Zay? So Zay doesn't have a real question. What does Spirit have to say to Zay? I'm older. Five of Swords and the Sun. So Zay is kind of giving like, don't let what people have to say and like gossip and rumors and people trying to start stuff get in the way of your happiness. Okay? Like, just without you asking a question, that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from the cards right now. You may have to cut people off right now, cut ties with people who are basically just backstabbers, like snakes. Like, you cannot trust these people. And you know it. So I feel like slowly but surely you may be getting to it. But on the other side of that is definitely your happiness. Okay. So you're doing the right thing. If you've been feeling some type of way about having to leave some people behind or cut ties, you're actually doing the right thing. So don't worry about that. But yeah, that's how tarot works. You get a message. So if you have a specific question, then I can be more specific. What's wrong with my parents? They won't leave me alone as a growth man. You're welcome, Zay. You're welcome. Gregory. What's going on with Gregory's parents? I mean, I think part of it, just before I even pull the cards, is they're concerned about you missing opportunities in life and maybe some of the decisions that you maybe have the potential to make as a grown man. All right, tell me more about how Gregory's parents feel. I feel like your parents, like, they're hard to crack. Like, they have this... Yeah. They worry about you. Like, they're overthinkers. Put it like that, Gregory, if you're still here. So they worry that... And I feel like they don't like some of your friends. And they feel like they lead you like down this destructive type of path, type of energy. Even though they may not voice it, I feel like they're not very vocal, very communicative about how they feel, but they show you more with their actions, which is maybe why you may feel so restricted in the situation. But really, overall, they're worried about your well-being. And in their mind, it's like, I tried to give you the best childhood possible. So I want to help you stay away from any kind of danger or things that you could encounter. Like, they try to smother you and shelter you is kind of what I'm giving, because they feel like that's the best way to really cope with not having that control of you anymore, being an adult. Does that make sense? Gregory, are you still here? It's definitely a smothering type of energy. Tell me more about this Four of Swords. Lover. Are you in a relationship? You're welcome, Gregory. You're welcome. No. I just really feel like they question the decisions that you make. Like they may find it foolish, but you're actually on your own journey and just kind of embracing that. And that's just something that they're going to have to come to grips with. They have to let some things go from your childhood. They really do. And accept the fact that you want your space and you want that time to yourself. Why are you so angry, Zay? Irritable. You're welcome. Thank you for the confirmation. All right. Why is Zay so angry, so irritable, Spirit? I think that you're so angry because it's a matter of perspective. And I think it goes back to what I said about you having to cut ties with people. And you're doing this because you're figuring out that it's not really an equal give and take when it comes to basically how people interact with you in life. Like you give more and they just take. And you've been waiting on people to kind of change their perspective or see things from your point of view, but that hasn't happened and it's not happening. And it makes you frustrated because you feel like a person that really has a big heart. And I don't want to get emotional, but I feel like the emotions that you carry for the situations that you go through, you internalize. And you really just hope and pray that people would see things from your perspective. But the problem with that is people are extremely selfish, especially in the world that we live in today. People are selfish. So we can think that at some point they're going to catch the hint, like with how we're acting, or we don't want to be bothered, or this and that, but they're not seeing beyond themselves. And you're just constantly waiting for these people to wake up, and they're not waking up. So it's frustrating you because now you're having to make that decision to cut ties with these people when you truly care for them. You truly love them wholeheartedly. But it's really time, like, it's time for you to put yourself first. Yes. Because, yeah. Yeah. I don't want to go too deep into that, but I'm not even trying to play victim, but that's scary on point. And I really don't think it's about playing victim. And I feel like that's where people like us, because I can identify with this storyline to an extent. That's why people like us have to just look at it as standing up for ourselves, standing our ground. It's not about playing victim, but sometimes you are owed respect and consideration the same way that you extend it to others. Because and there's an issue that we run into with trying to mask it and just be like everything's okay. And when we begin to internalize that, it just bubbles over. And then that's when you lash out, You know what I mean? Like you said, you get that anger, that irritability, because no one is seeing things from your point of view. But you have to learn how to take your hands off of other people's situations and put yourself first, because you're owning your accountability when you realize I'm the victim at the hands of these people, but I keep allowing them to do it knowing that I feel some type of way. So yeah, I can be long-winded. So I don't want to be too long-winded, but you're definitely not playing the victim in this situation. Like, you just want reciprocation. You know, what you put in, you want to get out, and you haven't been getting that out. Yes, because people, when you think about it, when there's a whole bunch of darkness, okay? When there's a whole bunch of darkness around you, then people are looking for that light. It's like a moth to a flame, okay? To put it like that, it's like a moth to a flame. So, with you carrying such bright, such beautiful, such magnetic energy, people are going to be drawn to you. And as a light worker, it's your responsibility to learn how to protect your energy and decipher who you can and cannot extend your energy to. It's up to you, because you're always going to feel the want or need to help these people that come to you, but some people just come to drain you, literally feed off of your energy, because most people are too busy being caught up in these worldly experiences to even sit down and be with their own energy. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain because I'm not up here as a guru, but I only speak on things that I really researched and experienced myself. Okay, so you just have to be careful with that. Keep your armor of protection, whatever that looks like to you, as far as your faith and your beliefs go, and pay attention to how you feel after you interact with people. That is the biggest thing. And you will definitely be able to weed out those energy vampires and people that are just draining you. And you're welcome, Zay Zay. You're welcome. So, did that answer your question, Gregory? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel like we can explain when it comes to people with opposite behaviors. Yeah. Because unfortunately, a lot of people expect everyone to act like them, especially when you're a good, quote unquote, good person, or someone who takes others into consideration before you take action or do things, or when they need you. So, I mean, me personally, I have stopped, and I have a whole degree in psychology. So I love figuring people out, helping them grow, having these open discussions like this. But if you show me that you're not willing to change your behavior, you're not willing to um, help yourself, then I've learned to just stop investing in those people with those behaviors, because it doesn't align with my journey. So why should I force it? Because as long as you're forcing it or expecting someone to think and feel and move how you do, you're giving them energy and you're draining yourself, when you could really be investing that back in yourself or in someone else. And that is literally what brings me up here today. I wanted to go live on this channel since I started. Okay. So technically, this would be my second live, but that was like 5 years ago or so. And I was always afraid. I'm like, nobody's going to, because I don't think anybody really showed up the first time, but I'm like, nobody's going to show up. I really don't know how I would want my lives to be structured, but, um, and I let a lot of my time go into people who really didn't appreciate me, and they excelled while I put my wants and my needs on hold. So I just woke up this morning, actually decided last night, but I was dog tired, and woke up this morning like, I'm doing it. I'm gonna post, I'm gonna go live, I'm doing something on YouTube because I am tired of putting this project on hold. And that's how you have to move in life sometimes. What'd you say? I'm getting my degree too. You're not lying. Perspective is very big. Yes. It is definitely all about perspective. And when you shift your perspective back to yourself, your circumstances, it makes a world of difference. And those people that you were once investing all this time in, they're going to feel some type of way. Like, let's be clear, they're going to start hitting you with the you've changed and you don't have time for me and all that type of stuff. But nobody's living your life. Nobody knows your wants, your needs, your goals, your desires but you. And you have to invest that time in yourself and block out all that other noise. Thank you. I will keep going. One thing about me is I might put things on pause, but I don't ever truly give up. One of my favorite quotes is don't change the goal. Wait, you can change the plan, but never change the goal. Right? So, yeah, I switched up the plan a lot of times, but when it comes to a goal, when I set my mind to it, I'm going to complete that goal. Like, my thing is now I just want to do this consistently. Like, I want to be back up here tomorrow with you guys and a few more people sharing my story, letting you guys share your stories. Old souls are the best souls. They have experience here. Like, I'm a life path number 9. And when I think of my childhood, I can tell that I've always had an old soul. Like, I've always loved being around old people and hearing stories about my family and my lineage and what's going on. Yes, old souls are the best souls. They know what's going on here. I'll be here tomorrow. Oh, okay. And so will I. See, when I feel committed and obligated to someone, that's even worse. So at least me and Zay gonna be here tomorrow, okay? Yes. Yes. So yeah, I'm just gonna be winging it though. I might not come up here with the topic, but we'll definitely do that tomorrow. And y'all don't know how much it warms my heart for you guys to be here. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe. Oh, thank you. See how we're connected. See how we're connected. But and hopefully, this experience will continue to grow because I can sit here and film a video, do all the zodiac signs, but for me, it's really about that connection to the people. Like, these 2 or 3 views really mean more to me than getting 4 or 5, 600, 1,000 views on a video because I'm interacting with a real person. Like, hopefully y'all aren't AI. Let's not go down the conspiracy road. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all are real people, but it really means a lot to me. And I've been emotional all morning, so I'm not going to get back into that. But thank y'all for being here, subscribing, and liking the video. For real, for real. How do I protect my peace? Is it isolation? I do think it begins with isolating yourself from people who you feel like are detrimental to your state of being. So if when you talk to a certain person, they just change your whole mood. Like, if you were uplifted when you began the conversation, you feel tired and annoyed after talking to them, don't interact with those people. But if you have that one person over here that y'all are here and y'all can have a quick little 2-3 minute conversation and you still feel uplifted and in the mood to attack life, keep those type of people around, but let everybody else go. And if you don't have anyone like that, It's perfectly okay to be alone. I cannot tell you how many times I have sat here like, I don't have anybody to talk to. I don't have any friends for real. Like the people I want to talk to might not be available because they're dealing with their own life situations. And God, the universe, whatever you believe in, has thrown people into my life. Like, here, here's your person. Now, the one thing I have learned from that is some people have a reason and a season. So just because during this period of isolation, God sends you somebody to, fellowship with, doesn't mean that person is going to stay forever, but it's an outlet for you to keep to remain socialized and in touch with people during that period of isolation. But in my experience, isolation breeds nothing but growth, because all you have to focus on is the path that you're on in life. Okay, Gregory, I'll subscribe. So make sure you put your page name down here and I will definitely subscribe to you. But yeah. And to be honest, to tell a little bit about myself, I'm a Cancer. So I have no problem, like, really with isolation because I'm a homebody anyway. Now, sometimes I do want to talk to people, which is why, I might do my videos on social media, or like I said, ask God, like, hey, can you send me someone? But I feel like all my growth comes during isolation. Because, yeah, Gregory, you don't have energy vampires and people sucking the life out of you when you're dealing with yourself. And that's when you really learn that you have some things that you need to fix or change or enhance or grow within yourself. And that's when you really gain the most accountability. When you isolate yourself and you still see those things you don't like, you can't blame it on anyone else. You really have to address yourself. So be prepared for that. Right. And I think that as humans, we're not meant to be alone. We are definitely meant to socialize. So sometimes extreme isolation can be, detrimental, especially if you're not channeling the energy that you have in the right direction. But, just doing it so you can focus and maintain a routine and reach a goal, there's nothing wrong with that. Aquarius. I was feeling a lot of air because I almost called you a Gemini. And then that Aquarius, matter of fact, that Aquarius came out on the end for you, that full card. No, that was Gregory. But I was feeling a lot of air for you, Zay. And I love Aquarians get a lot of hate. I love Aquarius, okay? Like my sister is an Aquarius and we butt heads sometimes, but only because I feel like Cancers are all emotional and Aquarius can be more logical when it comes to things. And people don't like that either. And that might be one perspective that you're waiting on people to get. Like, you give them valid advice and sometimes they just want you to pet their feelings and you ain't got time for that. Like, I can help you, but I can't do it for you. So you need to figure it out. And I feel you, but you still need to figure it out. I love Aquarians. Y'all are so fearless in life sometimes. Like, I love it. Scorpio, different, aka new age. Life is hard because it's hard to tell friends from foes. Yes, but being a Scorpio, I feel like you pick up on it. But at the same time, I feel like Scorpios also know how to play the feel. So they might feel how someone really feels about them, but if they're beneficial to them in some way, they might continue to interact with them. But I really feel like innately most Scorpios look at everyone as foes. Even though y'all have a big heart, like especially for your family and friends, but y'all look at everybody as foes and competition. Like, run with it. I gotta be better than all y'all. Why though? Right, right. And, it took some growth within myself to realize that's kind of where the conflict came between myself and my sister. Also, her being older than me and always trying to tell me what to do, like she was my mama, but we got past that. But that was a period of isolation that I had for myself that let me know, like, my sister ain't all bad. She just, is more on the logical side. And I give her props for that. Like, love her down to the ground. Don't mess with her because I'm coming for you if you do. I love Aquarius. My grandmother was also an Aquarius. February 2nd, Groundhog's Day. Loved her. Spent a lot of my childhood with her. And she was not the most I probably saw her cry like maybe twice. She was not the most emotional person, but I felt the love. Put it like that. To separate emotions from logic. Tough love, but I'm empathetic. Right. Right. And own that. Don't let people make you feel bad about that. Like, own that. That's you. That's how you get through life. And that's why they're coming to you needing advice or help or whatever. So if you change who you are to be who they are, then you're bringing yourself down a notch. Make them rise to the occasion. Like, when it comes to my sister now, I address her accordingly. I rose to the occasion. And when I feel like I can't deal with it, I just don't. You know what I mean? So that's how, you see the growth in people and you decipher who you should keep investing your energy in and who you should just move on from. Because if people truly respect you, they will rise to the occasion. They will try to meet you halfway, try to talk it out, communicate on the matter. They're not just going to shut down your feelings because they feel some type of way. Separate emotions from logic. Yeah. And that is one thing, like me being a water sign, especially the Cancer, everybody thinks, oh, we're super emotional. Like, over the years, I'm very observant. So I've looked at all those characteristics, and it's like, if you're really trying to grow and learn, you understand that every zodiac sign has something that makes them great, multiple things that make them great. And it may irritate other people, but that's just because that's what makes them shine, what makes them stand out. So Scorpios are very good at separating their emotions from the situation that's happening. And that's why people look at them like they may be heartless sometimes. No, they feel what's going on, but they understand this needs to happen instead. So that's really how Scorpios. Oh, and my grandmother's Scorpio, November 19th. Look at the energy on here. It was respect. My family doesn't respect me. They have even stolen money from. Been there. Definitely been there. Family is the main one. And it sounds so cliche to say it, but family, they're the main ones that take advantage of you, especially us water signs, because we may be tough to the world, but when it comes to our families, we fold like a chair. And then we're mean when we don't. Oh, you just look, I've almost given you the skin off my body. What else do you want? Yeah. I got a lot on my mind. Should I go with decision 1 or decision 2? Ask the cards and tell me what you feel. Okay, Zay. I need to go eat some breakfast or something. It's almost lunchtime where I'm at. I'm kind of hungry. I've been up since I ain't even gonna lie, I kind of slept in this morning, but like 6 o'clock this morning. All right. 1 or 2? All right, so we're going to say upright is 1, reverse is 2, okay? Please do a reading on the Lee family. They have become my biggest enemies. The Lee family. All right, so for Zay, decision 1 is upright. Decision 2 is reverse. Oh, shoot. We got 2 cards. And we're going to go with decision 1. But really, it's kind of confirming what we just talked about. If I'm looking at the message that it's giving, I got the 4 of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, with the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. And basically, this is talking about needing to take a break, needing to take a step back, and really isolation and contemplation and figuring out life going forward. So yeah, we're going to say decision 1 is the answer. And again, isolation and just sitting down and figuring out your next step, taking a step back from life, if possible. The Lee family. They have become my biggest enemies. I did see that. Put that over here. I have no idea how to edit lives. Like, I'm sitting up here thinking I didn't do anything but turn on the camera. I don't even know what I really look like in this live. We gonna see. I guess I'll upload it and play it back and all that, because like I said, I really appreciate the love, you guys showing up. All right, tell me about this Lee family. All right, so we got bumping heads coming out. Tell me more about this bumping heads. Too late. Why does this relationship keep coming up for you, but there's no relationship? Did you just recently break up with someone? Or, you know, has it been... Thank you. Thank you. Because I think I asked you when I pulled your cards before, I asked you, were you in a relationship? Like, are you dating? Something is... Do you have a stalker? Like, well, Gregory. I think I was talking to Gregory on that. Like, there's definitely an energy of, you know, someone being upset about you moving forward. And been divorced a while now, broken engagement. Okay. 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 Because you said you weren't with anyone, so I kind of let it stay over there, but it was still given the energy of, yeah. Does she want you back? Because possibly she could be my... Yeah, like, it gives this person wants you back, and you're like, nah, like, it's too late. Yeah. Moving on. And I feel like you're not giving them the energy that they want, so they feel some type of way. Like, you're really holding your own and moving forward. And I think because, yep, there's the fighting. And they mad about some money too? What? She thought she was going to be set off of you. Is the Lee family her family? Because it gives like these people are upset because you're doing what's best for you. You're not really extending, like being generous or interacting or really giving them any type of energy. Like that's how it looks to me. However you feel on the inside in regards to this situation, it's like you're not really giving them any energy. So they're just fighting with themselves, which is making it worse. Like, I'm looking at this like this man is not. The fuck? Why are you giving it this much energy? He's just like, whatever, moving on. I do think that, you have a heart, you feel some type of way, but you're not extending it to them. Yeah, and you're like, I'm not finna let y'all run me crazy. They already did that. Play a lot of mind games. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. Because, look, this is the energy you're giving them. Like, I'm centered. I'm focused. I'm meditating. I'm going on with my life. Yeah. Yeah. And then in her mind, whether you do or not, because I'm not going to put your business out there, but in her mind, she's thinking you've moved on. She thinks this is you and whoever else you have, may or may not have at the moment. And she feels some type of way. That's crazy. But you know what? That's also entertaining to watch, because you have all this new thoughts, new ideas, a new perspective on the situation. You are letting things be. But this family is driving themselves crazy because they don't have access to you. Like you were literally marrying a whole family. Can we say that you escaped a grave situation there? Because being obligated to someone's entire family is different than participating in the family. You know what I mean? And it feels like these people were ready to she thought she was going to be a maid woman. Busted her bubble. Now she's sitting there lonely as shit and everybody trying to get everybody riled up against you. Yeah, it's all in her head. A lot of this feels like even my head is kind of like, getting cloudy. Like it's all in her head. And the thing is this what I want to use? Let's see what the top 5 of swords. We'll take it. You are so unaffected. You are so unaffected. But what I do want you to do is amp up your spiritual protection. Again, whatever that means to you. As far as, I don't know if it's reading your Bible verses like Psalms 91, getting you some onyx, tourmaline, something like that to block out negative energy. Because let's be real, we're in 2024 and I've seen countless TikToks about people and their family members and friends doing crazy spiritual things against people for this exact same situation. So that could be why Spirit brought you here today, to amp up your protection, because people have concocted this crazy ass story in their head. And meanwhile, you're doing the work. You're moving on. You're taking this as a moment to transform your life and move forward unapologetically. And there's nothing wrong with that. How do you make peace with someone like that? Energetically. I feel like it's bring your days, come hardships for me. I'll get back to that in just a second, Zay. So, and then I'll have to get out. I've been up here almost an hour. I was not expecting this, guys. I'm sorry. But I learned to make peace with that by one, forgiving myself for putting myself in that situation and choosing not to harbor any ill will and just moving forward. Now, again, this is where the critical part of spiritual protection comes into play, because even though you don't harbor any ill will against them, they may harbor ill will against you and decide to do things to disrupt your life. So you have to be forgiving and smart at the same time. Yeah, and that's what it's giving. That is, and I think that's what's pissing them off even more, is that they're trying to do work, but they haven't penetrated what can get to you. But just amp it up, because you are surrounded, like you're surrounded by light, by ancestors, by warriors that are going to fight for you. And that is why, like, if you look at the peace that these two people have, okay, but then at the same time they're watching you have the energy to move forward, like you're on top of the chariot. You know what I'm saying? You're actually having a good time on the journey, whereas, you know, they're doing their best to bring you down, and it's causing fights amongst them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's the only real message I feel like spirit, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, has for you right now, Gregory, is to keep doing what you're doing. Don't entertain the madness. They're going to drive themselves mad before they drive you mad, and just amp up the spiritual protection, because they playing with the wrong one. You know, just verbally express, yeah, ancestors, it's okay to go for it if they're coming for me. Make sure your spiritual team knows, the energy around you knows it's okay to do what you have to do, because you're not doing anything to these people. Like, sometimes Scorpios just be Scorpioing, and that includes minding their own business, and people be butthurt about it. Like, I was with a Scorpio for almost 9 years. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Some things, like I said, I disliked about y'all, I respect wholeheartedly now. So let them be crazy in the mind. And then this could be what spirit is saying for them, is like, it's too late. He's going to attract someone new. He's going to be genuinely happy. Yes, he's going to marry the next person. So they're getting into it again. I just really feel like there are fights amongst, like, mom and daughter, whoever, about what's going on. And the whole time, it's too late. It's too late. God is sending you towards this person, okay? Not worrying about any of that. So be prepared for that. Now, am I saying this is the one? Not necessarily. But God is going to open the door for you to move on and, you know, be with somebody else and be happy. And they can watch it. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so Zay, let me know if you're still here, because you want to talk about that hardship. What I'm going to do for you, I feel like I'm going to give you some oracle cards. Where are those cards? All right, so Zay, if you're still here, you are speaking the truth. Like, some people have nothing but time for the wrong things. Like, child, please. It's really, yeah. Sorry, she did not groom her daughter well enough. Like, that's just what it's giving. Like, she was grooming her to bring in the right man for the family. Like, y'all don't have men in the family. What's going on? Okay, Zay. So what I'm going to do for you is some oracle cards, right? We're going to get you some positive, uplifting energy and some recommendations for spirit to get you through this next phase of your life. So first, I'm going to do an animal spirit. These are some of my original cards. They're always on point. They always give the message that we need to hear. So we're going to give Zay Zay some animal spirits for his next moves in life, okay? Just one spirit. Oop. All right, so we got two. We're going to take two. All right, Zay Zay. So we got Cheetah. First card out, Cheetah. It says focus, clarity, and speed. You are being guided to be mindful and value yourself and others. Strategize your days, be patient, take calculated risk, and take action towards your heart's desires. You have what you need to change your life today and become the best version of you. Okay, Zay Zay? All right, next card is Ram. Courage, strength, and pioneer. You are being guided to follow your heart and find the joy, intrigue, and enthusiasm for life. Look beyond the tried and true. You are your own unique journey. There is no mountain too high or rugged for you. Forge ahead with stamina, determination, and self-love. Okay? So, what I'm getting from that, just to expand on that message, is that there may be hardships, but that comes with any journey. But you have the courage, the strength, the know-how, and the ability to get over any obstacles that you may incur while you're moving forward with your life. Okay? Like, just be strategic about it. Like you said, you had two decisions that you needed to make. So what did you do? You said, help me narrow it down to one. Continue to do that with most aspects of your life, because we try to rush through and we get everything. We try to say we need to finish A, B, and C in 30 days. That's not the case. We tend to develop 2 to 3 good habits at a time, and it takes 21 days to do so. So that's why Spirit is saying be patient on this journey. But you've got this, okay? So what else do we want to say to Zay Zay? You're welcome. We got one more message for you. That chair is, I'm like, what? Or maybe this is the message. Nothing else is coming out. What does it say? Dreams of abundance. As you sleep, God, your angels, and your higher self are giving you guided ideas, answers, and solutions. Be sure to record your dreams in a dream journal because they contain valuable insights that help you manifest your desires into reality. Okay? And I'm a firm believer that if you're here right now, you're spiritual in some type of way. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been led here. Like, I literally put testing on the video and we're having a whole spiritual experience. So pay attention to your dreams. Like, Aquarians, very spiritual. Very, very spiritual. Whether they express it in a different way or not. Very spiritual. So pay attention to your dreams. Write it down and you're going to be unstoppable. All right. But that's it for me, guys. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And I will be back tomorrow. Keep an eye out. I will try to show up around the same time, which would have been like 11, shortly before 10 my time. But yeah, I'm Kindred Spirit 33 and I'm out, guys.